And welcome, fellow gamers. This is another beginning of a series of Jeremy Plays. You can tell what I'm playing here. It's Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars for the Super Nintendo. This is one of the, I think, one of the last truly AAA titles for the Super Nintendo. It was one of the titles that followed on the legacy of Donkey Kong Country in that all of its graphics are pre-rendered on 3D rendering workstation software thingos. So that was certainly something that made it turn heads at the time. Also something that made it turn heads was the fact that it was an RPG on a console done in an isometric viewpoint, which was not done very often. And this game was also a partnership between Nintendo and Square in its production. So it had the Square RPG gurus working on the core of the game, and but doing it with Mario characters. So it was something that had never been done before, and turned out to be pretty cool. So let's just start the game, since I can't think of anything else to blab about it. Switch over to full screen for me. And, look what's going on here. So apparently this is my game, but so apparently it looks like my brother-in-law played it at some point. He uses the name Taz. No idea who Zelda or Raven are. And Triskel would be me. So yeah, it looks like somebody probably erased my file number 1, which kind of pisses me off, because I like to keep around file number 1 because it's my first time through the game. And so the most recent one on here by me is this one, number 2. So, how do you delete a file in this? Because I think as soon as you hit A right here, you just start the game. Do you? Okay, I'm hitting select. That switches between stereo and mono, so that's not what I want. Yeah, that just starts the game. That's not what I want to do. Restart. Make sure I'm still in the shot here. Yeah, I'm still in the shot. Okay. So, how does one delete a file? I hit Y. Apparently that starts the game too. Ugh. Need to figure out how to delete a file in this game. What about X? What does that do? That doesn't do anything. A probably just starts the game. I hit A, and that just starts the game. Okay, now I'm getting kind of pissed here. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Surely they cannot have made a game in which you can save in which you cannot also delete a file. Oh, wait a minute, I'm retarded. I'm really fucking retarded. All you have to do is go up to here. You go up to new game right there at the top of the screen. Jesus. And typically, I name my save files after the main character in the game, so I'm going to go with Mario. I'm a purist at heart. Alright, and here we go. We're starting the game. You get the intro sequence. Same as what plays at the beginning of the demo at the beginning of the game. This kind of shows the story. The story is the same as any other Mario game. Bowser kidnaps Peach, and there you go. Except in this game, she's still called Toadstool. They didn't start calling her Peach until Super Mario 64. Apparently, in Japan, she was always called Peach. I like that sound. I like the sound of that thing. Okay, so Bowser's going into the castle. Mario's coming up on the bridge. And amazing, look at that. The door opens and just lets him right in. I think maybe Bowser would lock that thing. Of course, this is Bowser we're talking about. He continues to kidnap the girlfriend of the guy that continues to defeat him, so he's not exactly smart. Okay, reacquainting myself with the controls here. B to jump, and holding down Y to run. And I know you hit X to bring up the menu, but that doesn't do anything yet, apparently. And A is what allows you to interact with things, but there's nothing here to interact with, so I'm just going to go ahead. Now, something you're going to learn, even if I didn't tell you about it, is that between right here and the end of the game, I'm going to fight every fucking thing that gets in my way. It's called grinding. It's something you have to do to get by in a JRPG, which is effectively what this is. Now, the game has not told me about timed hits yet, but I already know about timed hits. Now, that was something that this game did that I had never seen done before in an RPG. What timed hits effectively means is that whenever your character is attacking the enemy or when you are defending against the enemy, there's a point during the attack or the defense that you can hit a button to double, usually effectively, the strength of the attack or the defense. And so I will intentionally not do it on this terrapin here. So I'm just going to hit A to start the attack, and see he just hits once. It's still enough to kill the terrapin because it's the beginning of the game. In this next fight, though, I'm going to time it properly. Now, the timing for each of the attacks and the defenses is different. It's something you have to learn throughout the course of the game. Now, for Mario's punch attack, it's always you hit the A button when the first punch connects. And see, he does a second punch. You get double damage that way. It's an absolutely crucial skill to learn to beat this game. If you can't do it, you will die soon. And I did that. I'm not getting any experience for this yet. Because it hasn't quite turned into an RPG yet. It is, but it isn't. It's still battles that happen outside of the main game screen. Like you've seen so far, whenever I touch an enemy on the main game, I'm taken to this kind of side room with a theme that matches the area that I'm in, but it's a separate area where you actually do the fighting. I forgot where I was going with that, but yeah. Oh, something else I'm going to mention that I really, really like about this game, as opposed to many other JRPGs, is that there are no random battles, ever, ever. There's no random battles. On the main game screen, you can see every enemy that you could fight, and you have the opportunity to evade most of those enemies should you choose to. Now, that it's a double-edged sword. For these guys, I'm still remembering the timing for the defenses. To get a defense, a proper defense, you hit the A button when their punch connects with you. Whenever I do it properly, you'll see Mario kind of ducks underneath his hat. And hopefully I can show you once more. I know that was bad timing. I knew that was bad timing. Oh, come on. That was better timing. Come on. But yeah, there's no random battles in this game, unlike a lot of RPGs, which is something that turns me off to a lot of RPGs. What I mean when I say random battles is I could just be walking along like this, and then instantly I get stopped by something I can't see and taken to the battle screen where suddenly I'm fighting something. That never ever happens in this game. Like I said, you can always see the enemies in the main game. You can choose to touch them if you want to fight them, or sometimes they attack you anyway. Like I was saying, it's a double-edged sword. If you don't attack the enemies, you don't get experience, you don't level up, and you don't get stronger, and the game gets harder. Whereas if you do fight all of the enemies that you see, it slows the game way down. So, I guess you kind of have to balance it between those two things. But I'm not going to balance it. I'm going to fight everything because I want the experience and I want the strength. I want the game to, in the long run, be easier. So Toadstool says, "Don't let Bowser bruise you, Mario." So I'm fighting Bowser here. Bowser, Mario, prepare yourself for the great beyond. Okay, so you'll notice something that was kind of new in this game was how they set up the interface for the battling. You'll see that Mario has the four squares around him Y, X, A, and then I have B selected, which is etc. See, I'll move over to special, which is Y, and you see that B is down at the bottom. That corresponds to the button on the controller that you hit in order to access that menu. That was something that hadn't really been done in RPGs before this game, at least not that I know of. And it does make the battling a little bit more fluid and a little bit faster, because you don't have to select from as many menus. The different options are organized, or the different menus are organized into those 4 options, and so if you already know what you want to do, you can just hit the button to go to that menu instantly. Like I know X is for items, so I don't have any items right now, so the menu is empty, but if I did have items, then once that is up, I can just move up and down on the pad, and then hit X again to use an item. B switches over to defense or run. You can't run from this battle, which is why it says that. Y is for special attacks, and A is just for your standard attack. It says in the pop-up box there, it says I'm attacking Bowser. That's where the arrow cursor is. It's on Bowser right now, so I will attack him if I proceed. And I am attacking him unarmed, because I don't have any weapons equipped. Not yet at this point in the game. Once you decide what you want to do, if you want to do a special attack, an item, or an A, then you pick, using the arrow, which thing you want to use it on. You move the arrow using the pad, and so you can see right here that I can choose between either Bowser or this Kink Link thing. Having experience with the game, I know that it's pointless to attack Bowser right here. He'll just keep fighting you until he kills you, basically. What you really want to do is attack the chain that's attached to the chandelier that Bowser is sitting on. So there we go, I got a good attack on that. Miss, that was lucky. Something I don't know about this game is what actually causes a miss, if it's random, or if it is influenced by a good timed defense. I'm going to attack the Kink Link again. Damn it. Toasto, Mario, the chain! Aim for the chain! I am. Yeah, I hit that chain. Yeah, that was a good defense. I knew that one. And uh-oh, something just happened. What was that sound, says Bowser. No, 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 no! It's a chain reaction! Hang on, Kink Link. Sorry, no. Yeah! The whole chandelier falls. Coming, Mario. Brink! Oh shit. Toasto, fight, Mario, fight! But how do I fight him? Rolling around, I almost fall off. This should finish you. Crunch. And now my chandelier falls off too. In stark defiance of Galileo's teachings, my chandelier somehow caught up to Bowser's. Waha, did you think I was just gonna give her to you? You're always in my way. This is it. I'm gonna take you out, Mario. Crunch. Foiled again. And he continues to fall. And that was enough of a boost for me to grab onto the chain. Oh, Mario, you had me so worried. Let's get out of here. Shuri, Mario, I'm gonna fall. And then something else begins to happen. It's a star in the heavens. It's split into many pieces by a giant sword. Now, what exactly is happening here will become evident as the game progresses, and it explains more of the story. Just in case you forgot, we're playing Super Mario RPG. I don't know if I was talking too much over that music. I don't know if you're able to hear it or not. Hang on a second. You can see that Mario's been flung out of Bowser's castle and he lands somewhere. But the music that was playing whenever the sword came down through is one of my favorite songs in the game. It gives me the chills every time. Here comes Mario. He lands right in the pipe. In the pipe house. Toad goes flying in to see what's happening. Hey Mario. See, I'm stuck on the wall up there. Lots of people use something called a door to go in and out of their houses. Anyway, I came by to pick up Toadstool since she's a bit late. And now you have to jump off the wall. So, boing. No, now I'm good. Something you'll figure out as the game progresses is that this game is very tongue-in-cheek. It has an incredible sense of humor. I believe that in 1996 it was voted by the readers of Nintendo Power to be the most funny game of 1996. So I can turn off the mushroom lamp, I can flop on the bed, and that rejuvenates my stuff. So let's go out here. Like I said, this is an isometric perspective. And over here, that's a save point. You jump on it, and then you decide where you want to save. I'm going to blow away this first save slot, so bye, Raven. It's my save slot now. And now I can get to the menu here. See, I've got several options here. I can go into the item menu if I want to use one of my items outside of a battle, so I can heal myself up, that kind of stuff. I can check status to see all my stats on the characters that are currently in my party. Very simple stats in this game. There's not nearly as many stats as there are in other RPGs, and I really like that. You can see that there's basically just 5 things. There's speed, attack, defense, magic attack, and magic defense. It really is that simple. And then it tells me how much experience I've gained so far, next to experience level, and next level at is the amount of experience that I have to gather to go up a level. So I'm back right out, go to special here, and this is where you can use your special attacks and stuff outside of a battle as well. I can't use a jump outside of a battle, which is why it's grayed out. It also tells you some hints about how to properly time that attack, which is very helpful. It says stomp foes, push Y just before hit. The equip menu is where I go to equip equipment onto myself. There's only 3 types of equipment in the game. Again, it's very simple. You can only have a weapon, an armor, and an accessory on each character. Each one of those has an associated strength. The weapon is how much more your normal attack is boosted by using that weapon. Armor is how much your defense is boosted by wearing the armor, and accessories do all kinds of various things. On the right hand side, there's nothing there because I don't have any equipment yet. And then special item, this is where the items go that I can't use or sell or buy, but they are important to the gameplay. So, and then down in the bottom right hand corner, you see that I have flowers 10 out of 10. Flower power in this game is the same as magic points in most other RPGs. The difference in this game is that individual characters in your party do not have individual magic points, or flower points in this case. The entire party has one pool of flower points that they all share, which I think is really nice because you can use that to strategize. Like, you can plan ahead during a battle. Like, if you want, say, if you want to use, let's just say I had someone in my party called, I don't know, Mallow. If it was Mallow's turn, but Mario was the next after Mallow, and I knew I wanted to use a special attack with Mario, like a jump, but I didn't have the flower points for it, then as Mallow, I could use an item, which is typically a syrup in this game, to replenish the flowers so that when it is Mario's turn, I've got all the flowers I need to pull off that attack. Now, underneath that is coins. Coins is the currency in this game. And then frog coins, which are special currency that you can use to buy special things. They're worth much more than usual coins. They're much harder to get. That's pretty much it for the sub-menu. So let's talk to Toad, see what he has to say here. Say, hey, I thought the princess was here with you, Mario, so where is she? And then Mario does not talk in this game. Mario, what's with the silent treatment? And that's very awesome, I think, that Mario does not talk because you are Mario, and you can't talk to the game. So I think it's actually very realistic that the main character does not talk. It's actually the same as in Chrono Trigger, which is another one of my favorite games, and just about the only other RPG that I've played with any devotion. Chrono Trigger came before this game, but has a lot in common with it. One of those things being that the main character never talks. So anyway, it says Mario was with silent treatment. You're not telling me something. It's Bowser again, isn't it? Yes, it is, Toad. It's always Bowser. Oh no, here we go again. Mario, would you please bring her back like you always do? Well, see, here's the thing, Toad. I tried. If you're tired, just turn off the fungi light for a snooze. So Toad's expecting me to go forward and go get Peach. So I guess I'm going to try and do that. So I was on. This is a world map. The world map is composed of several different maps like this one. There's like the main huge world map, and then that's composed of smaller pieces. This is a smaller piece. And on each of the smaller pieces are the different various places in the game that you can go to. I'm at Mario's pad right now, so the path indicates a place you can go to, so I'm going to go up here to Bowser's Keep. That takes me up to the Bowser's Keep submap. The main overall world map, which is what you saw at the very beginning when Mario got flung out of the castle, you don't actually see that very often. You mostly just navigate between the submaps, but I'm going to go to Bowser's Keep, see what happens here. I'm not touching anything right now, this is a cutscene. So Mario walks up to the door, he looks up at the top, and holy fuck, there's a giant sword up there. And it talks to you. It says, "Halt, who goes there? A trespasser. This castle now belongs to us, the Smithy Gang. It's our first step towards taking over this world. And if it weren't for nosy characters like you, we'd practically own this world. So let's see you deal with this." Blah, 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 blah. And he shakes the hell out of the place, and the bridge falls out. Mario jumps back for his life. And now this is as close as I can get to the castle. This kind of vista looking out over it. Which is why it's called Vista Hill. You see there's no path from there back to the castle now, because it's out. So the only way to go is back to Mario's pad. So yeah, Toad, I went and tried again, and you're back so soon. Did you forget something? No? What happened then? And he explains it to him. See, I tried to go across the bridge, but it fell out, and now I'm stuck. That's what he explained. The only time Mario ever talks in this game is through pantomime, just like that, and I love it. So the bridge to Bowser's Keep is out now. Just wonderful. We must inform the Chancellor of Mushroom Kingdom at once. Let's go, Mario. Alright, let's go inform the Chancellor. Let's grab a quick save on my way out here. Oh shit! I ran into Toad on the way out. Toad says, "Oops, excuse me. Oh, that bump on your head reduced your HP level. One of Mushroom Kingdom's famous items ought to perk you right up." He gave me a mushroom. Do you know how to use items? I do. So I'm not going to go through the tutorial. Oh, I see. You're just so well-traveled and experienced, Mario. Yes, I am. I could go through the tutorial just to show you, but I'm explaining the game as I go anyway, so I might as well skip the tutorial. Yeah, Toad says, now why did I rush back? I had something to tell you. That's a Goomba. No shit. Heck, I remember. I came to warn you that Mushroom Kingdom is swarming with monsters. I just barely made it back here in one piece. Mario, please do something. Perhaps I can help. Do you know about timed hits? Yes, I do. I've been explaining it to you. Hey, you better watch out. He knows about timed hits. He's gonna punch your lights out. And the Goomba just walks away. He's got more bark than bite, huh? Now why did I rush back? I had just something to tell you. That's right. We need to tell the Chancellor about Toadstool. Yeah. I'll see you over at Mushroom Kingdom. Just in case, take these with you. 3 more mushrooms. Thank you, Toad. Alright, and gonna grab a quick save again. I don't think I'm gonna die in the course of this game, but, you know, just in case. I always save profusely. And we're going onward to Mushroom Way. And, damn it. I tried to jump on that Goomba. In this game, that doesn't actually matter, but in the spiritual successor to this game, which is the Paper Mario series, you can do an attack on the main game environment to initiate an attack within the battle. So like in Paper Mario, if I had jumped onto that Goomba, then when the battle started, I would have immediately gotten a first jump onto one of these two Goombas. That's not the case in this game, so as soon as I see an enemy that I want to fight, I'll just run into him. It doesn't make any difference. Timed attack on the Goomba, that blows that up. Fuck, I timed that totally wrong. And the Goombas bite it, I win the battle, and I get 2 experience points and 0 coins. Because Goombas are cheap, apparently. Oh, there's Toad up there. He's stuck behind a Goomba. Shit. Hang on. I gotta fight this other stuff first. Ah, that was nice. Got a 0. Something actually that I'd like to amend that I said previously. Sometimes the timing is not dead on, it's a little bit early. And that's what I did differently with that Goomba attack. I timed it just a little bit early, and that time it was a perfect attack. That's one of those things that varies depending on the attack or the defense. Now see, that was a block, but it wasn't as good of a block. It wasn't as well timed, which is why it was a 2 instead of a 0. Because it's not perfect like that. It's not a binary thing. It's not either yes or no. You hit it right or you hit it wrong. There's a little bit of wiggle room either way. So the game rewards you for timing it better. Also, I hadn't actually talked about that yet, had I? Is that in this game, timed attacks and timed defenses was actually kind of a new thing. I don't think it was ever done in an RPG before this game. And I really love that because it makes it feel like you have a little bit more control over the game, and that's something that I haven't liked about other RPGs, is most of the time you pick something from a menu, and then you just hope it works. Whereas in this game, you actually have an influence over how well something works, and I love that. Makes it feel like you're in more control of the game, that you're not at the game's mercy. Bitch. I'm trying to vary the timing on those Goomba attacks just a little bit. There, see? To try and get a better defense down. As you can see at the beginning of this game so far, you don't get a lot of experience per enemy, and that's typical of an RPG. But it adds up. That's the whole point of grinding. With these Sky Troopas, I'm going to use some of my powers here, my specials. I'm going to try a jump and see if that maybe does better than trying to punch them. Actually, let's find out how much a punch does in the first place, because punches are free. Okay, a punch does roughly 6. So now, I'm going to... number one, I'm going to jump on that same Sky Troopa again because I've already weakened him a little bit, and so this attack is more likely to kill him. That's something you just mentally keep track of as you're doing a battle, is which enemies you've hit and for how much, and eventually you learn roughly how much HP each enemy has, so you then strategize your attacks so that you kill them quicker, effectively. But I'm going to go ahead and try the jump, see how much it does. And I hit it properly, which gave me that 1-up sound. Now let's see how it does when I don't time it properly, just as a demonstration. Okay, the 1-up sound is not for when I hit it properly, but I did do more damage on the first attack. As you could see, when those Sky Troopers were exploding, coins were popping out, and that's the coins I'm picking up now. Apparently they were also carrying a mushroom, so I get that too. Now, all over the game world are these treasure chests like this, and they're just like question mark blocks in a typical Mario game. You jump up and hit them to get stuff. And this one has coins in it. Until the question mark runs out, and then the box is done. Also typical of a Mario game. I'm going to try a jump on this guy immediately get him taken care of in just one attack. See? Strategy. I learned in the last battle that it would take more than one punch to kill one, but that a jump kills one in one shot. If you can kill them before they can attack you, then that's always preferable, because if they get to attack you first, you get your HP dropped. And then that's HP that you have to recover at some point. Come on, Goomba, let's dance. A piss! That was terrible timing. Fortunately, it was still enough to kill the Goomba. I got Toad out of there. For real, my life was flashing before my eyes for a second there. Here's a little something in return. Received a honey syrup. And like I said before, these syrups are for replenishing your flower points. So now that I actually have some items, they show up on this subscreen here. You can only carry a limited amount of items, enough to fill up each side of this right here. And I don't think the wastebasket counts. That's just for throwing items away. Once you fill up that in your inventory, that's it. You can't hold any more stuff. You can see that the mushrooms take up individual inventory slots. That's not a problem for right now, because the mushrooms, you can see the tip in the lower left, recover 30 HP apiece, and that's more than enough to fill me up. But as I get further in the game and my HP maximum gets higher, mushrooms are going to fill me up less and less, and so it becomes more and more expensive for them to take up inventory slots. Fortunately, as the game progresses, it gives you more and more higher powered mushrooms that replenish more HP and give you more bang for your inventory slot. Anyway, I'm not going to heal anything right now, because I'm going to try and live as much as I can off of free refills, like from staying at inns, that kind of stuff. And sometimes you'll find items inside the treasure chests that fill you up for free. They don't take up an inventory slot, you don't collect them, they just instantly fill you. And I gotta level up, because I've gotten enough experience points. So level 2, it tells me how much my levels go up by themselves. And then, this is something else that's different from most RPGs. You get an option to choose which of the which 3 attributes you want to improve. You can either improve your attacking, you can improve your maximum HP, and you can improve your magic. And this is on top of the advancement that you already get from going up a level. So you can choose what you want to strengthen your character towards. At this point in the game, I have very little in the way of HP. I got a maximum of 20, so bumping up HP could make a pretty big difference. But power also means that I kill things quicker. So, what should I do? What should I do? I know that the highest level in the game is 30, so I have a limited amount of levels with which I can choose to upgrade this stuff. What should I do? I'm always so indecisive about this kind of stuff. Oh, fuck it, let's just do HP. It tells you what it's going to go from by boosting it, so by specifically picking HP through here, I get 3 additional hit points on top of my total. You can change your mind, you can hit B to back up and go back to selecting. So if I chose magic here, it'd go from 12 to 15 and 4 to 5. Powered would go from 23 to 24, and defense would go from 2 to 3. So that's not a lot, but in this game, the scaling for the points is a lot shorter than in typical other RPGs. Like, by the time you get to the end of the game, your attacks are doing well-timed, about 400 to 500. Whereas in other RPGs, when you're towards the end of the game, by that point they're doing like 10,000 and like 15,000 for good, strong attacks. So the scale is a little bit shorter on this game. It's not as short as the Paper Mario series, where, for example, in Paper Mario 2, the strongest attack in the game does 15, and that's all. But it's just a much shorter scale in those games. So, god damn it, what do I do? You know, I'm going to be doing this a lot. I'm going to have the opportunity to choose all different kinds for this stuff. So, let's just start by doing HP. Let's just go. So I'm looking around here. There's nothing else back there. There's a Sky Trooper I can kill. Sometimes you get lucky, and you go into the battle and there's only one guy. You've probably noticed by now that sometimes there's multiple guys in the battle once you actually get in there. And I don't have enough flower points for my jump. You can see the total that I have is I have 1 out of 10. The jump costs me a 3. So I could either choose to use this honey syrup and replenish my flower points, or I can just do a punch, which is for free. I'm going to go free. And that's enough to kill the Sky Trooper. And I got another mushroom out of that fight. That Goomba tried to ambush me. I'm going to fight him anyway. These Goombas are all identical, so it doesn't matter which one of them I attack first, which is why I'm not bothering to switch back and forth here. Ah, nicely blocked. As you can see, enemies have multiple attacks. And eventually I'll be fighting enemies that have magical attacks too. And I will have magic as well. Death. HP mix. Excellent. See, that's one of those free refills that I was telling you about. So I can keep hoarding my mushrooms until I'm fighting something that's stronger. Until I'm in fights that last longer. Now this flower thing, I'm not doing anything right here, it's rotating me automatically. When I push the button, I'll jump off in that direction. That I just picked up was a free flower point refill. So now I go back up to the menu here, and I don't see that it refilled my flowers, so what actually happened there? I swear that was a flower point refill. What the hell? So did that just not do anything? Surely it did something. Maybe I'm just looking at this wrong. It says flowers 1 out of 11. That's what that was. That was a maximum flower point increase. It used to be 1 out of 10, now it's 1 out of 11. Okay. I knew that thing did something to my flower points. Holy shit. I hit him for 40. See, that was only 30. Timing is huge in this game. It has a huge impact on the play of the game. Alright, so haven't been up here. And then there's Toad caught again. That's enough to kill it. Boy, that was a close call. Here's a token of my appreciation. Flower tab. Aha. What does a flower tab do, you might say? Well, it is an item that once you use it, increases your maximum flower points. So, just like it says in the bottom left-hand corner there, raises flower points by 1. And so, whenever you pick up an item here, you can choose what to use it on. Mushrooms you use to refill HP, and so the only option is to put it on Mario because I don't have anybody else in my party yet. I'm going to hit B to put that back. Flower tabs only go onto your flower points, so that's why it appears down there. So now, and that also refilled my flower points. Excellent. So see, now I don't have to use that honey syrup, I can save it. Now these other flowers sitting around here are kind of suspicious to me. I seem to recall jumping off of them hits an invisible thing. Maybe it's if... Because see, this flower goes in 4 directions. And I have not... It actually goes in 8 directions. So, I have not used it in all directions. So, nope, nothing over there. Nothing over there. And did I already use it going down? Well, I did now. Okay, so nothing else special about that flower there. God, I swear there was something hidden on this screen. Maybe not. Nope. There we go. Got lured in by that treasure chest. And there we go, that's done. What's in here? And that was a free mushroom refill. So, you can see I'm full up on health now. On HP. Health points. Lakitu. Come here, Lakitu. I want to fight you. Do you get any lower? Oh shit! Got hit by that spiky thing. I'm gonna go after him first. There we go. Easy peasy. Oh shit! He dropped a spiny on me. Yeah, and the Sky Trooper decided not to go. So, okay. Oh, fuck you! And he still didn't go. And now he's dead for being stupid. So, I'm wondering if this Lakitu will just keep dropping spinies out indefinitely, or if he eventually runs out. You would think that he would eventually run out, because otherwise the game, it would be giving you effectively infinite experience practically at the beginning of the game, because you'd be able to fight them over and over and over and over and completely max yourself out before you do anything. It would take for fucking ever, but you could do it. Now, I am not going to do that. Shit. Shit. It wasn't enough to kill him. Oh, fucker! I hate that attack. It's hard to time. Okay, so I'm just kind of wandering around here, making sure I've explored everything. So in this first little area here, I've gone all the way around that main thing in the middle. You gonna drop something else? Anything? Come on, Lakitu. Something else about this game that's very critical is the isometric viewpoint kind of makes it hard to judge distance when you're jumping, which is exactly why the shadow on the ground right there, you can see the shadow under me, is so important, because that shadow is exactly where you are going to land. So you'll know if you're about to overshoot a platform just by watching your shadow. Hey, you look at me. My hammer and I don't like you. Mario, you better be careful. He's definitely got a mean streak. Damn you, Toad, always getting caught by guys. Now you got my hammer angry. You shouldn't have done that. This is the first boss of the game. And I'm going to start out by using my strongest attacks. I don't know exactly how to block that. So I'm just kind of guessing. I'm obviously doing it wrong. Shit, that really drained me. I need a mushroom. Nom nom nom. Ha! Alright, so I'm going to jump on this one again. Maybe that'll kill him. Yes, it does. So see, instantly, I've cut the number of attacks that the enemy can do in half. That's actually a very advantageous strategy going into a battle, is to pick off the weak ones first, because it reduces the overall number of attacks that your enemy gets. So yeah, that's one of the things I typically look for whenever I'm going into a battle. I have exactly enough flower points to do this two more times and kill this guy. But he did upgrade himself with that Valor Up thing, so that probably is going to have an effect. I think it already did, actually. I remember my jump doing more than 18 on the first one. Fucker. Okay, so I know I can... He's done 2 attacks so far. Just the single hammer, which I'm pretty good at blocking, and the hammer time, which does about 8. So I know that I can risk another attack on him right here, because I will be able to take his next attack. So I don't need to use a mushroom right now. So I'm going to use a jump on him, which I can't do. Shit. Okay, normal attack. See what that does. It's not enough. Okay. See, I don't know how to block that attack. Let's use mushroom. Nom 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 nom. I'm trying to figure out the timing for that, and maybe there just isn't a timing for it. There we go. And get lots of coins for killing a boss. I got a flower jar that time. A flower jar is like a flower tab, but it's more. Thanks, Mario. I was running so fast I wasn't watching where I was going. Mushroom Kingdom's just ahead. We're almost there, Mario. Hey, where did this hammer come from? Do you know what this is? It's a hammer, Toad. It's a hammer. It has the Hammer Brothers insignia on it. No one stands a chance against you when you whomp them with this. You never know, it might come in handy. Ding! Picked up a hammer. Let's get a move on. I'll see you in Mushroom Kingdom. Now, I know that the hammer is a weapon, so I'm going to go equip it right now. Equip. We'll go over here, grab the hammer, and put it on top of Mario's weapon. You'll see that with it, my attack goes up to 33. Without it, my attack is 23, so that's quite substantial. Alright, off we go. And now we can go to Mushroom Kingdom. And I'm just going to grab the first save point I can have here. Yeah, there's typically save points inside of the inns, and the inns are marked on the outside with the Starman. The item shops are marked on the outside with the mushroom. And the other places are just regular houses. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to grab a snooze. Why don't you crash for a while? It'll only cost you 3 coins. Okay. It's cheaper than a mushroom. And it refills both my HP and my FP. Jump out of bed. It's not like I'm always sleeping, he says. They love to hide items around in these places. So I'm always going to be jumping up on top of stuff and jumping off of stuff and that kind of stuff. Okay, downstairs. And we're back down to the bottom floor of the inn. And I'll grab a save right here. I'm in level 2 now. And that is going to do it for this segment. Next time, I'll come back and I'll play this again, and I'll pick up right here. So, see you then.